Okay, now you're recording.
Hello, and welcome to How I'm Spending the Apocalypse. Gardening edition.
There you go. You just finished successfully tilling, I see.
Lynn asked earlier, she said, do you want me to film anything? I'm just like, no, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But first, I'm going to show you my very well-tilled, freshly tilled garden. And you're going to say, it's dirt. But there you go. See how my garden is all freshly tilled. It's all nice. It's ready to flatten it out, pick the weed roots out of it,
Right.
and plant.
Nice.
Okay, so why is that such a big deal? Okay, so last year, as I was finishing, I didn't even get to till this fall, because, which I usually do, late fall, so that the ground it pulls all the bugs up and they freeze.
Right,
I couldn't
right.
do that. My tiller didn't work, because last year as I was putting it away, so at least it got it tilled once, right? This cable line that went into the handle broke.
Right.
Okay, it broke. So that's what feeds. This is what runs the tines. Okay, so Mikey, you know, my southern genius, he made me some things that should have worked, but of course they wouldn't work in
On
this model.
tiller, yeah.
Okay, so if you can look up underneath here, you can see all that. That is plumber's epoxy.
Okay, move your hand.
Which I use all the time, usually on plumbing, but that's plumber's epoxy. I like to use it. It dries quick. It's very, very strong. Okay, so what I did was, because I lost the cable thing, has a little ball on the end,
Right.
and the little ball broke off.
Okay.
So when it did, I real quick put a little baby vice grips on it to keep it from pulling through any further. Okay. So I wound up pulling it out. I wound up cutting a little piece of nail to fit in between the thing there.
Right, right,
Where the
Oh, so it wouldn't go all the way through.
I modified it. I cut a groove. I cut a little piece of nail. I twisted this around the nail, and then when I had it where I wanted it, well, I had it exactly where I wanted it and had it in there, I stuffed it all full of plumber's epoxy.
Right.
Then, though, I had it wouldn't stay in the thing. So you can see it works perfectly good now. And
Right,
you also see I
pulls.
greased
Yes.
the shit out of it. That's blue grease in there that you're seeing.
That's great.
Okay, so it works really good. Okay, but this collar wouldn't stay, so it was jerking back and forth and you couldn't pull back on it. Also, the freaking thing was put together with pins before.
Right.
So the pins
Broke and...
no, they're pins, and then they've got these little keeper things. Blind-ass motherfuckers can't see those little keeper things, and good luck getting them back on anyway, so I just replaced them with bolts.
Right, right. Bolts and
In fact,
nuts.
I noticed I forgot to put a nut on this one, and it worked just fine.
There you go.
I obviously forgot to put a nut on it, but I got that. Okay, then I took a freaking hose clamp and clamped around it, and then I put epoxy under it on that. So basically, I built pieces.
Right.
Not with a laser printer or whatever the hell it's called. What is that called? The printer, plastic printer things? Not with that, but I built
a 3D printer.
I built 3D printer.
Yeah.
I didn't build the pieces with 3D printer. I don't have a 3D printer, and if I did, you all know I couldn't figure out how to fucking use it. So
You built them in place.
I built it in place, so to fit with plumber's epoxy. But then, of course, there's the whole, and of course, you have to, in order to do that, that sounds easy. No. In order to fix this cable, I'd take all this shit out.
Of course.
All of this off, everything. I had to redo the freaking reverse. I had to redo everything. At any rate, but I didn't show you because I wasn't sure it was going to work. But now that it tilled my whole garden, what a great way to do things.
And for once, it wasn't because I wasn't here to film you.
Yeah, right. It was because I was like, man, I don't want to fucking know.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I can get sometimes I'll show you shit, and then when it doesn't work, I'll go, well, that didn't work.
Yeah, yeah.
Stuff happens, right?
But this was one of those.
But this actually worked. So
that is wonderful.
So I was very pleased. It worked. In fact,
and it's beautiful.
I tilled my garden 3 times because it didn't get that extra tilling. So I actually went over it 3 times, ran like a top. Okay, one of the things that happened though, I've always, since I have arthritis and my
Right.
hand's so bad. I've always had trouble pushing this down. Well, now because the cable's shorter,
Right.
because I had to make the cable shorter in order to do it.
Right.
Okay, see how it doesn't want to press all the way
Yeah,
down?
yeah.
So that was really killing my joint right here. So I went and got an old hose tie, and I fucking fixed it, and I just turned it on. Is that safe? Yeah, if you're working by yourself.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to worry about it's going to get, when it gets away from you, it's going to run in the dirt. Oh, well. But yeah, I just did that like that and had it run itself. So, yeah, and then I didn't
Let me
turn
see.
my hand
I didn't film it. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me
so
show
I just
it on.
had it like this.
Yeah.
And then when I wanted to turn it on, I did like that. And you have to run along with it. As it's going on. You're
And
like,
of course, she didn't tell me.
Okay, so now I have some other weird shit to do. So, if you can see the little tower out there, that's one of those cheap-ass windmill towers. But we've had it for years because, first off, I knew that they don't last. The first windstorm tears them up.
Right.
So I've got the legs setting in concrete.
Right.
Okay, so the legs are actually setting in a concrete base. And then, when we did it, I bought good bolts and bolted it together with good bolts. But we didn't have it 6 months when the original fan
Right.
blew apart in a windstorm. So, and it was metal, and you can't replace it. It's actually costs more to replace that part than it does to replace the whole fucking cheap ass thing. So what I've been doing for years is I just take an old fan and I, right there where the hole is, I poke a hole, and then I just stick that on there, and then, yeah, I had to build all kinds of stuff to do it too, because I had to build this wooden thing for it to go through down there so it doesn't just pull out, blah, blah, blah. But at any rate, so when I get done, it'll be on there, and then it'll run for a few years, and then it'll blow apart. But by then we will have broken another fan. So.
There you go.
Because that's who we are. We're the fan-breaking people.
Well, we use a lot of fans.
But at any rate, yeah, we do use a lot of fans. So I will clean it up, probably run some paint on it.
Yep.
I'll clean this up again.
And then
put some
I'll show
paint
you
on
when
that.
she's got that together, because
Yeah.
that will look really neat.
Yeah. Should. Actually, I'm taking it to the other place to work on it, because 99% of what I need to work on it
It's over
at the
there.
other house.
Of course it is.
Take that in first and wash it in the sink.
Okay. Sounds good.
But,
We'll be back.
Yeah. And yeah. Oh, so what do I use for pins on shit that I build on the fly where there's no pins? I just take nails.
Yes.
This one, I'll replace it with new ones, but you just stick them in there.
Get one that sticks in the hole
And then
and
it
won't
goes,
come out.
and then you just fold it over.
Yeah.
So, you just fold it over, and that's what I do.
It makes a perfect pin.
Yeah. Well, because when they blow apart like that, the pin is gone.
Yeah.
Usually when the metal part blew apart, it blew the pin out. And yes, you could go buy pins, but why? I have tons of nails.
There you go. Especially because people throw them out.
Yeah, people are always giving me buckets. You think, no, it's like fasteners are expensive. Yes, they are. But anytime, this sounds horrible. This is a little morbid. Anytime an old person dies, they have a shop full of tools and fasteners. And the kids already have a shop full because by the time their parents die, they've already accumulated
Yeah.
a bunch of all the tools they want. And most people do not need the amount of tools that you need if you're running a place like mine.
Right.
So I always wind up with buckets full of tools,
Buckets full of fasteners. Yeah.
which I'm not complaining.
No.
Because fasteners are expensive.
Yes, they are. Okay. We'll see you later.
Oh, you know what you can do?
What?
Too? You know what you can do in order to get those and feel like you deserve to get them, because I've done this too, is usually, it's a horrible time for the person anyway, because they've lost their last parent or their grandmother or whatever it is, but they've got to clean all this shit up. So if you go and help them clean up, they will happily let you take off and cart off the crap they don't want.
Right.
And so you're actually helping your friend at a time when they really need it, and you're helping yourself down the road.
There you go. Okay. See you later.
See you later. Now I just gotta find the hole again.
Finding the hole.
I know, right?
Right?
I think it's there. I don't know. I can't see. You can play Braille.
We're doing.
There you
Did it go in?
Yep.
Yay!
Now I gotta get my.
I love the way you painted that.
Oh well, it's cleaner.
Well, you're on camera in case you're interested.
Oh, okay. So I had to customize it a little bit as usual. I wound up. See, and that works perfectly.
Woo! Awesome.
I wound up having to take a nut and putting it up there
Okay.
as a spacer because it had rattled out so much that the old. Where I had
Oh,
it
the
on
old. Oh, okay. The old socket.
So we'll
just-
see how it works. It should be okay. It usually runs for a while and then the plastic fan blades break again. But I got news for you. They lasted longer than the original metal.
Yeah, I know,
The
right?
original metal did not last long at all. But yeah, get a picture of the front of it.
It looks really nice. I love it.
Yeah, it's a
And it's down in the concrete, as you said.
yeah. Well, I
then
need
have-
to.
Have you talked about?
To paint the stand, but I
Have
don't
you
feel
talked
like-
about the bee thingy?
Oh, I think so. I don't know. I might have made that during the. You know, I made so much shit during the
Yeah.
pandemic. You know?
This is because our honeybees are having trouble. She
But not
took.
the ones in our eaves.
Not the ones in our eaves. They're doing really well. But this is for the carpenter bees because we wanted to encourage them to stay on the property because they will pollinate the plants.
Okay, so let
So-
me show you. While I'm here, because I just did something, I realized, oh, yeah, I don't know if people would think of that. But okay, so as you can see, I got a little hammer out here with me.
Uh-huh.
And let's say you're trying to get some weeds out of your garden. You don't have one of those little claw things. You just take your claws, put them in
Oh my goodness.
for your hammer. Yeah, no, it ain't gonna hurt your damn hammer. No, that's gonna ruin your hammer. Why? Are you gonna leave the mud on it? No, you'll shake it off. It'll be fine. You see, then it just pulls out just like as if you were using one of those claw tools. So, pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Well, I just did it without even thinking because I have a claw tool out here right now. But I looked down and saw those weeds around that because I just tilled, so it put dirt up on top of it.
Of course it did.
So I have to get the dirt off. And these damn things, I think I've showed you this already. If you can get a hold of stuff, you can kind of pull the roots out. Pull stuff out by its roots if you can get a hold of it. Trees and stuff. All right. Thank you very much.
And that's the end of that one, I think.
Okay.
Beautiful. Working wonderfully well. Yay.